Imagine the year 1588. The Spanish Armada, known as the Invincible Armada, sails the seas. 130 ships, thousands of cannons, tens of thousands of men. It is the most feared naval force in the world. But something changes. A shadow appears on the horizon. It's not a galleon. It's not a wooden ship. It's a modern destroyer, a USS Arleigh Burke, displaced in time. What happens if this steel colossus faces the most powerful fleet of its era? Can a single ship change history? Or is it just one vessel against an ocean of enemies? Today, we find out. Prepare for an epic battle. What is this intruder from the future? The USS Arleigh Burke is an Arleigh Burke-class destroyer, the pride of the United States Navy. It displaces 9,200 tons. It measures 154 meters in length. It is fast, agile, and lethal. Key features: speed, reaches over 30 knots, about 55 kilometers per hour. Armor, reinforced steel and Kevlar. It withstands impacts that would shatter a galleon. Radar, detects targets hundreds of kilometers away. Automated systems, computers that coordinate attacks in seconds. Armament, Tomahawk missiles, up to 96 cruise missiles, range of 1,500 kilometers. Harpoon missiles, anti-ship, with a range of 124 kilometers. Cannons, a 5-inch main gun firing 70 rounds per minute. Torpedoes, 6 torpedo tubes for attacking ships and submarines. Defenses, Aegis system, intercepts enemy projectiles. Phalanx CIWS cannons, firing 4,500 rounds per minute. Technological advantages, can track hundreds of targets simultaneously. Sensors see through darkness, fog, or storms. Limitations, no resupply in 1588. Without modern ports, no fuel or spare parts. Once missiles and fuel are depleted, the ship becomes vulnerable. Limited crew, about 300 people. The USS Arleigh Burke is a titan, but it is not invincible. It has one chance. The Spanish Armada in 1588. The Invincible Armada is a monster of its era. 130 ships, from galleons to caravels, 22,000 men, soldiers and sailors, 2,500 cannons. Fleet composition, galleons, heavy ships with up to 60 cannons, slow but sturdy. Caravels and naus, faster, used for scouting and support. Galleys, powered by oars, ideal for close maneuvers. Armament, bronze and iron cannons, maximum range of 1 kilometer, slow firing, manually reloaded, low accuracy. Boarding weapons, swords, arquebuses, pikes. Technology, no radar, no computers. Navigation by compass, maps, and stars. Communication by flags and visual signals. Strategy, tight formations to maximize cannon fire. Boarding tactics for close combat, relied on discipline and overwhelming numbers. The Spanish Armada was unstoppable in its era, but it never faced something like the USS Arleigh Burke. The battle scenario. Imagine the English Channel. Year 1588. The Spanish Armada advances towards England. 130 ships in formation, sails billowing. Suddenly, a flash on the horizon. The USS Arleigh Burke appears. The destroyer's crew detects the enemy fleet. The radar lights up with hundreds of contacts. The battle is about to begin. The attack begins. The destroyer positions itself 100 kilometers from the Armada. The Spanish fleet doesn't see it. They have no idea it's there. The USS Arleigh Burke activates its Aegis system. Tomahawk missiles are launched. First impact. The missiles travel at 800 kilometers per hour. Each carries a 450-kilogram warhead. They streak across the sky in minutes. Galleons explode without warning. Wood, sails, and cannons shatter. 10 galleons vanish in the first strike. The Spanish formation breaks. Captains shout orders. No one understands what happened. Spanish response. The Armada's cannons fire blindly. Galleys try to maneuver but are too slow. Panic spreads. The USS Arleigh Burke moves at top speed. It changes position, launches a second salvo of missiles. 15 more ships sink.
The Armada reorganizes its forces. The remaining galleons form a defensive line. They try to close in on the destroyer. They want to board it. Problems for the Armada. Their cannons can't reach the USS Arleigh Burke. The destroyer's out of their range. Galleys can't match its speed. Fog and smoke hide the modern enemy. The Spanish sent fast caravels. They try to flank the destroyer, but their radar detects them. Harpoon missiles eliminate them at 60 kilometers. The Armada has numbers. 130 ships against one. They can attack from multiple directions. Their morale is high. They believe in their invincibility. But every minute, more ships burn. The USS Arleigh Burke gives no quarter. Limits of the USS Arleigh Burke. The destroyer is lethal, but not infinite. Its resources are finite. Fuel carries fuel for 5,000 kilometers at cruising speed. In combat, it burns fuel quickly. After an hour of intense maneuvers, the tank is in trouble. Ammunition: 96 Tomahawk missiles, 8 Harpoon missiles, hundreds of 5-inch gun rounds. But every shot counts. Without resupply, they'll run out. Crew: 300 people can't operate indefinitely. Without modern ports, no rest or relief. Fatigue affects precision. Damage: a lucky galleon could land a cannon shot. The armor holds, but not forever. A hit to a critical system could be fatal. The USS Arleigh Burke dominates, but time works against it.
English morale soars. Soldiers on land feel hope. Rumors of a supernatural ship spread quickly. The smaller English fleet gains confidence. They prepare their ships to exploit the chaos. The English see a unique opportunity. In history, if the Armada loses most of its ships, the invasion fails. England wins without fighting. The course of history changes. Spain loses its naval dominance. The balance of power in Europe shifts. Other kingdoms might challenge Spain sooner. The legend of the invincible Armada fades. The USS Arleigh Burke becomes a myth. Final outcome: the USS Arleigh Burke can't sink 130 ships alone. But it doesn't need to. Destroying half the fleet is enough to break the Armada. The remaining ships, disorganized, would be easy prey for the English. The destroyer's technology is overwhelming. Its missiles and cannons turn galleons to splinters. The invincible Armada, designed to dominate with numbers, is unprepared. Each explosion sows chaos. Spanish captains can't coordinate a response. Their slow, vulnerable ships fall one after another. The invasion of England collapses. Without enough ships, no troops can land. The mission fails. But the USS Arleigh Burke pays a price. Without fuel, it's stranded in 1588. Its missiles run out. Its crew, exhausted, has no support. The destroyer becomes a relic, a steel giant useless after the battle. History changes, but the future loses its weapon. The Spanish Armada, though defeated, leaves a legacy. Its bravery and numbers impress even in defeat. The USS Arleigh Burke wins the battle, but not the war. England is saved. Spain loses its moment. The balance of power in Europe changes forever. What do you think? Could a modern ship destroy an entire fleet? Or do numbers always win? Leave your comment below. Subscribe for more epic battles. See you next time.